Okay, I'm live on motherfucking YouTube. This is like really weird. I've never been live on YouTube before. I don't know like what to do. I'm just like, do I invite people or what do I do? So yeah, I'm live. I'm finna blow everybody's Insta media whatever up because nigga, we gotta get more people on this lives. There's a chat box here. I've never fucking done any sort of YouTube living. So please, please, please share this video. Please share this video. I really, really want to get the message out because y'all, I'm really finna sit up here and talk about this Mercury retrograde that is going to happen like the 31st. And this shit is no joke, y'all. When Scorpio know they got to do something, when Scorpios have taken enough, and let me tell you something, they can handle a lot of bullshit. When they have taken enough, you need to be concerned. For real, you need to be concerned. You need to be concerned. Because when Scorpios have taken enough, it's enough. It's been past enough. It was enough last week. Okay? And your Scorpio energy has taken that shit. And they're like, we got to figure something out, sis. We got to have a death or a rebirth or something because can't keep doing this shit. I've had enough. My soul has had enough. So let's see what the energy says. Y'all, this is my first time being live. I'm hella juiced. Please invite people. Like, share this shit. For reals. Look. 5 of Swords. Look. This is my Melanade Stand deck. Go to Instagram, Melanade_stand. She makes this deck, Brown Girl, Black Girl Tarot deck, I believe it's called. And it's awesome, you know, just in case y'all want to know. But 5 of Swords. Somebody's taking a break from something. Somebody is literally walking away from something, cutting something off. Oh, it's all type of cards coming up. Oh, it's like the 5 of Swords for the 4 of Pentacles. They have to cut something off. They have to cut something off to make something else cooperate in their life. Something's not cooperating because they're trying to hold on. Oh, the King of Cups. So I'm like, are you trying to make a King of Cups cooperate? Or are you cutting off a King of Cups? Somebody is cutting off a King of Cups. I'm like, hold up, y'all. Mercury energy. We're looking for the Mercury energy. This King of Cups has on blue, and he's kind of reminding me of some Mercury energy. Okay, I think I see what the cards are saying to me. So they're saying in order to make the Mercury retrograde cooperate with you, right, you're going to have to cut something off. Otherwise, you're not going to get that cooperation. And you're going to be fighting something. And who wants to fight Mercury retrograde? You're going to lose every time. Because Mercury retrograde is not here to make you upset or mad or crazy. Mercury retrograde is just to say, hey, look, sis, I seen you been cleaning up all these other areas of your life, but look, it's a rug in the corner that's been there for months that you ain't never picked up. So while you're doing a really good job, we appreciate it, we support it, but that rug is going to fuck up the whole ambiance of the room if you don't pay attention to that. You're looking at all the other shit, and that's great. We appreciate that. But that rug needs to be paid attention to as well, okay? So get with it. So that's what I'm seeing. Ooh, I'm also seeing and it's like with the 7 of Cups, you're not confused about what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You need to right or wrong because the justice is reversed. So somebody has been unjust to you. And that walking away is going to bring you more cooperation than trying to stay and work it out, right? Judgment. You need to make a judgment on your justice, right? Judgment over here just chilling. You need to make a judgment for your justice because your justice is reversed. You're not getting the justice that you deserve right now. It's reversed. And you're not confused about why that is. You know why. It's because you're not making a judgment. In regards to this King of Cups, this could be a physical person. This could also be Mercury coming up in your reading. Let's see. Oh, shit. Y'all, somebody really... And then you have the moon. The moon. I'm feeling like this could be from the full moon energy of Aries that happened recently. But, Damn, somebody is really struggling. So look, you have the Hierophant. It's almost like those are your guides. The moon, your intuition is guiding you to this reverse 6. You're being downgraded because you're not listening to all that's going on. And then you have the High Priestess. Like, your intuition is trying to come through like, look, we really need to do this. And you're doing everything but that. I don't understand. Your intuition is like, sis, we can't keep going on like this. All right, let's see. These cards have also just been popping out, guys. Yep, you have the Hangman, and then you have the 7 of Wands. You're making a decision about what you're going to do. Are you going to walk away from the situation? Are you going to try to fight for it? You almost want to fight for it. Somebody is trying to be too strong and fight, but it's not the time to fight. You have the Ace of Swords, truth, your truth, right here with the world. You are learning about your true self, who you truly are in the world. Look. All right, y'all. So I want to get into, so we have all these specific things here. It's like I almost want to write it down. So you're bringing your truth to the world. You're either being true to yourself or being true to who you are in the world. You have the moon, the Hierophant, the reverse 6 of Wands, and the High Priestess. You could have had a promotion. You were going to have a promotion. You still can have a promotion, but you have to make a decision with the Hangman about balancing out it's like a karma. It's like justice is the karma, right? Justice, karma, same thing. So you're trying to balance out, and it's like, you need to take a break in order to cooperate with Mercury, the King of Cups. And you're not confused about that. But for some reason, you need to call that judgment to have that justice served, that karma served. Because otherwise, you're going to accrue the karma. And that shows up with the moon, the Hierophant, the reverse 6 of Wands, and the Priestess. Is that your intuition is telling you, pay attention to this. This could indicate karma. This could rack up some karma. You don't need extra karma in your bank. Negative karma at that, nigga. You need good karma points. You need the good karma credit points, not the bad ones. And it seems as though you're ignoring your intuition, but something is coming out. Your judgment call is being true to yourself in the world, bringing your true self to the world. That's what I'm seeing with you. And then, you ignoring your intuition. So I want to get deeper into, because that was just an overview. I want to go deep, right? I want to know what your truth is that the world is waiting. And it's almost like your truth is being waited upon. The world is waiting for you to say your truth. How interesting is that? I'm also going to invite some more people here because we do have a good little situation going on, and this is obviously going to be available, when it's done broadcasting, when it's done being live. But I do want to invite some more of my peoples. So I might have to share this link in a couple different groups real quick, because I'm like, look, somebody missing out on something. And that's not how I want shit to go. I want people to get the message when the message needs to be got. You the first. So this Mercury retrograde, guys, is in Scorpio. It's in the death. It's in your 12th house. That's Scorpio. So with that being said, it's a lot of energy around giving up things that no longer serve you. And you will try your best to hold on to them. But it's not. And I almost feel like a part of it is something that you need to get rid of. It's like a part of it, you both the energy and what's up. But it's going to keep playing off of you as long as you keep giving it something to play off of. So if you're over here, you know what I mean? You need to make a decision about something. You need to do something. And instead you're sitting up here contemplating or doing something else or acting confused when literally the fucking, your intuition know, your guides know, the moon know, all this, the High Priestess know. Every feminine aspect of you is like, get it together. Okay? Please get it together because something's got to give. You cannot keep going on like this. You cannot keep ignoring yourself, okay? And feel free to ask any questions in the chat box. I really would like to know how this chat box works and what we can do with this chat box. So let a bitch know. Okay. All right. I invited some people. We'll see. I'm trying to have a little party. Y'all ain't trying to have a party with me. I'm going to do a live on my Facebook anyway. So if you are like a YouTube person that I don't have on my Facebook, I'm going to, one moment. One second, y'all. I got so many visions about this live shit. Like in a minute, I'm gonna have people putting the links and shit for me. Like it's just gonna be like that because I'm not gonna be able to just do all that while I'm trying to read for everybody. But yeah, I'm getting energy about it. Anyways, like I was talking about with Mercury, we're going through some shit with Mercury, if you couldn't tell. And the energy was felt like weeks before, like very intensely. I thought I was like, what in the Mercury Gatorade is going on right now? And I was like, oh wait, it's on Halloween. So it's in Scorpio on Halloween. It goes like retrograde on Halloween. But look at that. Like that's kind of fucking weird, y'all. That's mad weird. It's on Halloween, the day where the veil is the most thinnest. Energy is just there. So I want y'all to be careful because I'm feeling some like energy coming through. It's on Halloween, nigga. We have the Seven of Pentacles, which talks about investment. Where are you investing your time? That is what Mercury retro. That's the analogy that I talked about at the beginning of the live. So Mercury retrograde is like, okay, I seen you cleaning up your room, right? I see you making up your bed. I see you sweeping. I see you vacuuming. But there's this dirty ass fucking rug that's been here for months. When are you going to get rid of that? Like I see, and I'm happy that you're doing everything else, but there's a dirty ass rug, sis, and you got to get rid of it. That's what Mercury retrograde is saying. It's asking you to see where you're investing your time with the Seven of Pentacles. Are you investing into something that does not accept you, that does not want you, that does not welcome you? What are you investing your time? Man, this shit is real. Like, I'm feeling this energy, y'all. It's gonna get popping on Mercury retrograde. And I know a lot of people get scared because it brings up the truth. But if you're willing to see your truth and accept your truth, then it shouldn't scare you. So we see investment of time, and then we see the Temperance card, making peace. So you're gonna take your investment out of something to make peace, cooperation. You also have the Magician. You are manifesting this to bring this death. And people want to act scared about it. You're manifesting death. But guess what? You don't just die. You're reborn. That's the thing that people miss. You don't just die. You are reborn. So when you manifest, when you're being the Magician, and you're creating your own reality and the death comes, it's because you were ready because you had to make peace. This is you making peace. You take your investment out of something to make peace by manifesting the death of that situation, the death of doing something that you've been constantly doing. I'm seeing a lot of patterns repeating. I'm seeing a lot of fucking shit repeating, y'all. Hello, Karen. Thank you for joining my live, baby girl. I'm just over here talking about all the shit. Mercury retrograde, Mercury Gatorade, whatever you want to call it. It's fucking us all up for a good reason, for the best reason, okay? Definitely leave a comment if you want, a question answer. I can do a few little questions here and there, but I really want to focus on this energy. So, right? You have the Seven of Pentacles, which is it's investing. But you're changing this investment because you've been pouring your cup into something. It ain't fucking pouring back into you. Hello, Christina Corns. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, y'all. This retrograde got me on that. And it's in Scorpio, y'all. So look, that's Scorpio all day. That's your 12th house all day, death. And you're manifesting that. You are jumping into it because you know you need to stop pouring your cup into this person's cup or this other thing's cup or this other situation's cup, and you need to dead it. And you are manifesting that dead it, right? Ooh, this shit powerful, y'all. This shit powerful. Look, at the bottom of the deck, wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. You finna have a wish fulfillment that you think that you have to keep on investing in this person or this situation to have. But you don't realize once you cut that shit off, you're going to have that. Literally. Like, literally. It's crazy. All right. And let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Karen. I hope you're doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Take care of yourself. I also want to let people know, because I think a lot of people, so like for Virgo's channel, you're already ruled for like Geminis and Virgos, you're ruled by Mercury, right? So you don't necessarily shy away from a retrograde. And even if you're not ruled by Mercury, it's being one with yourself, being true to yourself, being honest with yourself. If you don't hide from yourself, Mercury coming in to tell you that rug is dirty, you're like, yeah, I know it's been there for months. I know I've been cleaning up the rest of my room and I just had this dirty ass rug in the corner. Thanks for reminding me. Other people, it's like Mercury comes in and is like, girl, this rug that's been in your room for months, that's dirty as fuck. Like, it's fucking up the ambiance of the rest of your room. Do something about it. And they're like, oh my God, why would you call me out? Why would you do that? Why would you tell me that rug's dirty? I don't want to look at that rug. That's why it's in the corner. Like, that's how some people literally, I ain't gonna lie, Cancers. I'm feeling some energy from Cancers. I'm sorry, Cancers. I don't mean to throw y'all under the rug. Under the rug, under the bus. No pun intended, Cancers. But I see some people crying. Some people like, why would you come in here and point out this thing when you see I've been working on, it's like you're making excuses. You're not even trying to look at it, but your intuition's been telling you the whole time, look at this. So before Mercury even comes in to point out your shit, your intuition already told you, like, look, you finna have an audit, bitch. Mercury finna come up in here and air this shit out. So either you can listen to me, which is a part of you, your intuition, and get to it, or you're gonna have to wait till Mercury comes. And then somebody was like, you know what? I don't hear anything. I don't see it. I decided of mind. And now Mercury rolling through like the ops, like, oh, bitch, the registration is expired. You rolling around with expired registration. That's how Mercury is coming to some people. Okay. All right. Christina says she's been in separation. There's a lot of separations. It is about realizing what you invest and what you get back, because investments means that you have a return. So if you're investing and you see your return is not equally balanced and yoked, and you're constantly pouring into a cup that is never poured back into yours once or twice or any amount of time that you deserve, it's a done deal, yo. You're manifesting the end of that. You're getting up to be like, you're getting to the point where you're like, okay, I'm done. I cannot do this anymore. Trust me, this is a collective energy. It's not just, it's a collective, okay? All right. So, Cancer, I see, Christina, I didn't mean to come for you. It just kind of slipped out, but Cancers are going to be a little upset. They're like, why would you come and point that out when you saw me working on all this other beautiful shit? And Mercury's like, look, I'm not trying to make you feel inferior. I'm trying to get you to see that no matter how hard you work on all this other shit, if that rug is not picked up, put in the washer and fixed and handled, you're going to have issues. You're going to try to work on everything else, but it's not going to work out. And I'm just telling you, because I'm Mercury, I just want to communicate right now where you need to be looking at. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's it. And some people are going to take it real, real bad. But we're going to get to that later. All right. Mercury's making you ready. I took a trip through Mercury like truths came out so many times. Yep. Mercury finna hit you with them truths. Can I get an energy read on how it would affect my energy? Yes, Karen, you can. Let me know what your sign is, Karen, also. Christina says he's a Sagittarius. It's all about awareness, honey. Just be there. The storm is coming. Exactly. People want to be so scared and just be like the dude. Just be grounded. Be like the palm tree. Yeah, the storm gonna come, but you ain't gonna break. Your roots ain't gonna get uprooted and thrown across the street. You just gonna have to lay low and bend with the wind. Shit. Look, let an air sign tell you. Bend with the wind, okay? Karen's in Aries. Well, we had a moon in Aries, so I know that you're feeling some sort of energy from that still. And some people are in the 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands, my bad. You're waiting. So a communication could have went out. You could have said something to somebody that you didn't mean, and you're waiting to hear back what they say. Oof. Watch out for your communication, guys. The Aries energy is fiery. So this is what I learned when you have a lot of fire in your chart versus water. Fire gets offended when you come for their ego. When you insult them, their ego feels it. They're like, oh, bitch, did you just say whatever, right? That's how they respond. Their ego gets bruised. Water, your emotions gets bruised. Air, it's like your mental gets like, if you come at me and say like, oh, you're not smart because you did this or da 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 da, it's like, oh, you trying to insult my intelligence? That's the air sign. An earth sign gets insulted when you like comment on their work, what they've done for work. Oh, you trying to say I didn't work hard enough? Yeah. So each sign has that, right? I feel there's a communication that went out from air and fire sign, because air can get a little feisty too. There's a communication that went out from an air sign or a fire sign. You might have air and fire in your chart. You might be an Aries sun, Libra moon, Aries sun, Libra rising. I'm an Aries. I'm sorry. I'm a Libra sun, Aries moon, Sag rising. So imagine how I feel. It's like 3 different bitches in here, okay? One bitch don't like confrontation. The other bitch can't wait to confront somebody. And the other bitch is like, look, when I need to fire it off, I fire it off. But, you know, that's the Sagittarius. Anyways, Aries energy. Somebody's waiting to hear something back. Let's continue on, because I think this Aries energy has a lot to do with also, the general Mercury. So we have here the King of Swords. He's reversed. I mean, he's not reversed, so that's good. If he was reversed, that would be a different story. He knows when to cut some shit off. So somebody, there's a King of Swords energy, but it's like that death had to happen. Somebody manifested a death. There was an argument. There was a separation. Okay, this is what. Let me go aside from the cards real quick. I'm gonna put down the cards because this is something I'm feeling I need to say. So with this Mercury retrograde, I felt this like a couple weeks ago, and it triggered a lot. I had PTSD, and these are things I didn't even realize that I had suffered throughout my life until I sat from where I am today and looked back and said, that was depression. That was PTSD. I was having anxiety attacks, and people were coming at me at that time telling me, you're just overreacting, you're just emotional. They didn't even know I was having an anxiety attack because I didn't even know it. A lot of that energy is going to come. If you fight it, it's really going to come, you guys. I'm seeing a lot of crying, a lot of tears. Even though there's not a lot of water, we only have the temperance for the water. I'm still seeing a lot of tears. And then the death card is Scorpio energy. So I see a lot of water with that. There's a lot of water, a lot of emotion, a lot of release. So I do see some anxiety attacks. I see some manic episodes. I see some PTSD episodes. I do see it. I apologize if you know that you suffer with these things and you've been trying to manage it. I do see it coming up. But it's in regards to trauma. So you've been going along this path. You've been healing these other parts of yourself, and you thought that meant that you healed that dirty rug. You thought that meant you cleaned up that dirty rug in the corner because you've been healing all these other parts of yourself. And Mercury retrograde is not trying to trigger you more. Mercury retrograde is trying to say, look, you did clean up these parts, and we congratulate you. That's why we're not pointing that out, because there's nothing to point out. But this rug been here for months, and I know you thought you cleaned it up, but you really put it in a corner. So what are we gonna do about it? It's fucking up the ambiance. Like, the shit stinks. Your room you got candles and incense and all this other shit, but this dirty ass rug is still in the corner, festering. All the bullshit, all that dirt, grime, and all that. So what are we gonna do about it? And it's not to call you out to make you feel like you haven't done the work, or because that's exactly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling when this comes up for people, they go back to thinking, I'm not really healed. I thought that I did this, but I clearly did not. And that's not what it's saying. You have healed, okay? There's parts of your life you have taken control of. You've healed, you've cleaned up, but you are not cleaning up everything. And that's simply what Mercury's saying. And they want to put a death to it. They want to put an end to it. They're like, I'm done looking at this rug. Get this shit out of here. Right? And so this is how it's going to feel. I'm going to switch analogies. So this is how it's going to feel when you're in that switching, when you're in that cleaning the rug mode, right? I'm going to switch analogies. So the cleaning the rug mode looks like this. It looks like you fall. You hurt yourself. You say, damn, that hurt. I probably shouldn't do that again. Whatever made me fall, I'm going to be more aware of that. I learned my lesson about that. But you got a boo-boo. You got a scrape, a wound, a scar from it. You got something that's open. And you've been putting the fucking Band-Aid on it. You haven't cleaned it with peroxide. You haven't even put water on it. You just went to, oh, that hurt. That's what I did. That is what caused that. Okay, I'm not going to do that again. But the wound is still there and you haven't healed it. So just like with healing, when you squirt that fucking peroxide on that damn scrape on your knee after you fell, it's going to burn. It's going to fucking burn really bad. It's going to hurt. You're going to be like, oh shit. At some point, you're going to actually think that by putting the treatment on it, that made it worse than just letting it fester. And that's where you need to be very precise. Because if you decide that the treatment felt worse than letting it fester, you could go back in a loop to where you say, okay, no more treatment. I'll just let it fester. Because that feels less painful than treating the wound. But you don't understand that if you leave that shit untreated, it's susceptible to infections. You're going to get dirt on it. You keep putting that same nasty ass Band-Aid on it. You haven't even changed the fucking Band-Aid out. So that shit is bound to get infected. And Mercury retrograde is saying, no, you cannot keep putting that. Mercury retrograde is like, look, sis, I didn't watch you sit up here and put that same nasty ass Band-Aid on that wound, thinking you was doing something. Yes, you realized what made you fall. You realized that you weren't going to do what made you fall again, but you didn't treat the wound. So it's almost like you just going to keep walking around with that shit until it gets infected. Put the treatment on it. Put the treatment on it. I'm reading your comments, y'all. I'm not ignoring y'all. That's why I'm speaking. I'm channeling this energy for y'all because I know it's for y'all. Yeah, walk away from your people if they're not serving you, if they're toxic. If you need space, walk away. Walk away. And guess what, y'all? That same thing that tried to trip you up is going to try again. You know why? Because it's a Mercury retrograde and we're having to learn from our mistakes. Yes, Christina Corrins, I can definitely give you a reading. I'm actually going to, at the top of this, I wish I could pin it. Not sure how to pin comments or whatever, but at the top, if you scroll up on the chat, I actually did put my Facebook. I'm going to link my Facebook here because it seems as though we need to just get that energy out there. I'm going to link my Facebook in the comments. I don't know how to pin it to the comments, though. This is my very first live, guys. And I do appreciate you all for being here today and for helping me be here for you. Yeah, so I'm not sure how to pin that comment, but it's under K Love. I've made the comment. That's my Instagram. Not my Instagram. That is my Facebook. My Instagram, if you want my Instagram, let me know. Just make some comments and I'll go search that up. But for now, I'm just going to, provide my Facebook. So, all right. So going back, I'm just going to read some of the comments here. I'm going to stop channeling for a moment and read some of the comments. So somebody walked away from the Capricorn. Kudos to you. Thank you for making that transformation. I say thank you because when we do our work, it releases something for a next person to see that there is a possibility. It's beautiful. Karen says, let's see what Karen said. Yep, they already started. Daniel says, wow, that's exactly what comes to mind, the healing thing. Wow, people are, yeah, y'all, okay, I see y'all out here. I needed to hear that. It always confuses me. Virgo's channel says, God, your words are so bomb. You're saying things I thought in my head, says Danielle Love. Karen says, every time something triggers me, I think, oh, I'm not healed. When will it end? But other times I feel like I am. So that makes sense. Yeah. Yep. Virgo's channel. Yep. Yep, y'all. It's the trauma. So I also want to talk about trauma bonding. This is what I want to get into here. This Mercury retrograde is so complex and multi-layered. It's not just one thing. So with the trauma bonding, this is what I want to talk about with the trauma bonding. And I had to experience this myself pre-retrograde, like pre-shadow period. I'm already putting this together. Like, this is going to be a theme, right? So let's say you're arguing with somebody. You're arguing with your partner. You guys are just not seeing eye to eye. What you don't realize about the argument is that you're not even arguing with them. You're arguing with the person who initially created the trauma within you. And this person's you guys are triggering each other. So I'm going to give you a real life example. I'm going to just be 100%. Speak my truth, Ace of Swords with it real quick. Right? So had a situation where a PTSD episode was triggered for me. But it wasn't because someone triggered it on purpose is because I talked about it and I thought I was healed from it. I thought I was completely healed. I had the rug in the corner and I was cleaning up everything. And then I was like, okay, and I talked about it, which acknowledged it. And I saw that rug and I was like, oh shit, it's still there. I thought that and fear, all these emotions came up, but mostly fear. The fear of going back to being that person I was when I had all those PTSD situations happening. And I got triggered. And that lasted for like that night. I went through this whole, like, I cried my eyes out, relived everything I had been through, not just one circumstance. Every fucking thing I had been through, I relived in one moment. It was a lot. I'm sobbing, nose all snotty and shit. You know what I mean? Like that type of like soul crying. Like you crying, but ain't even no words coming out, no sounds. You just, all that shit. Right? So that, right? And I didn't realize that, yes, I did heal some of it and I healed things around it, but there was still treatment. I still need to put that hydroperoxide on that wound that I had been putting a Band-Aid on. And it hurt and it burned when I did it. And you're going to feel sometimes like that treatment hurts more than the pain that you had before, but it's going to feel better. It's for you to feel better. See, that's what I'm saying, that death, manifesting that death. See, some people are afraid of Mercury retrograde. They say, oh, Mercury retrograde, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. No, right? But then Mercury is actually like, look, I'm trying to get your attention for some other shit happen. Because if I don't do my job and communicate to you where you need to look at, then you're going to keep continuing to think you know what's best for you or what have you and walk right into a trap. Not even a trap, walk right into the bed that you made. I'm trying to help you out, okay? So there's that. But I realized also, and I saw your message, Virgo. You can message me on YouTube if you would like. You can also, I have the Facebook. Any questions that are very personal, you guys, or anything that you feel you don't want to divulge on this live, please feel free to message me. I don't want you to feel like because Virgo, I already know, for y'all, it's emotions. Don't be holding back them emotions. Now, I understand being private, and I am all about privacy. Like, I'm like the therapist. Anything you come to me with will never go outside of our conversation, out of our DMs. But don't hold back. If you need to talk, Virgo's channel, if you need to talk, please communicate that. Like, stop holding back, Virgo. For real. Like, you cannot keep taking, like, I'm going to get on Virgo's head real quick. I didn't got on Cancers a little bit. We talked about not air sign. Why do I keep saying air sign? Fire sign Aries. I'm going to get on Virgo's head a little bit. Y'all, I know you work hard. I know you can do your best. But having a limit doesn't make you weak, Virgo. Speaking your truth doesn't make you weak. Sharing your emotions doesn't make you weak. The only reason why you feel like it backfires is because you don't do it often. So you have to find a balance when you do it. So let's say, for example, I'm riding a bike. I don't always ride my bike. I'm always like, okay, I'm gonna ride my scooter, I'm gonna walk, but I ride my bike. Of course, I'm gonna have a little issues balancing it at first. I might fall, I might tip over, but eventually, once I keep doing it, I'll find that balance. Virgo, speak your emotions. Stop holding back. Stop doing everything for everybody else. Stop putting everybody before you and then getting mad that you put them before you and nobody was there for you when you need them. And then doing the same fucking thing. Stop it. Virgo, stop. Stop. No more of that, Virgo. Absolutely not. I will not have that. I will not have that, Virgo. I know that you're a hard worker. And just because you have to take a break for yourself does not mean you're weak. And I want you to know, just because you can't be there for everybody else, that does not mean that you're a failure. You have to be there for you. You're too busy worrying about being there for everybody else. And you are somebody else. You are a person that you can be there for, okay? All right. You need to be there. Let me stop. You get it, Virgo. I'm not going to go in on you too hard. You get it. You know. Yep. You know. You know. Christina says, okay, we're going to start with Karen. Every time something triggers me, I think, okay, I read that. Yeah, you're going to feel that way. But you're not a failure either. Christina says, I wrote down everything that triggered me and found out I was doing the same things. I was being hypocritical. Yeah. That's what I was going to get into before I kind of got into Virgo's ass a little bit. My bad, Virgo. It's because I love you, and I'm tired of seeing y'all go through shit. Y'all be going through the 9 of fucking swords all the time. Overthinking shit, stressing, having anxiety. And it's like, look, I'm sorry, Virgo, but some people don't do that with you. You be there for them and they do not be there for you. You will stress about what they have if they have what they need, and they are like, well, I'm going through this, so I can't be there. And you like, bitch, I was going through World War II. I was going through World War II, and I still picked your ass up out of the trenches and carried you on my back to safety when there was bullets flying past me. Yeah, you got to stop doing that shit, Virgo, because not everybody got that real energy with you. And stop overthinking it. Just trust. But you go back and try to be logical about it. Your intuition, Virgo, is very analytical. And that's your gift. People don't understand. They're like, oh, Virgo, you analyze everything. That's a part of your intuition. But it's structured through logic. So when the part of your intuition wants to be illogical and right-brained, right side of the brain, because you're so left-brained, you're like, okay, but that doesn't make sense. That couldn't equal that if that. So your intuition is involved on your logical side, but a part of your lesson is to allow the right brain to be free thinking and stop being so logical about it, because you're trying to make sense of it all. And if it doesn't make sense, you rule it out. But that's where you get stuck in the overthinking, because it's like you're fighting with your analytical side and your intuitive side. You're fighting with the left brain and the right brain. The right brain is like, I want to start doing this. I want to express myself this way. And the left brain says no, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make logical sense that this would equal this. No, we're not able to do that. So that's where the overthinking comes, because something is a balance you have to have, okay? All right. So back to the reading here, because I did go a little off on, I wanted to also talk about the trauma bonding. There's two types of traumas I see happening with people. I see arguments where you're not even talking to the person. You're talking to the person, my bad, I was going to go off. You're talking to the person that hurt you, that this person is just triggering that episode within you. They're not even they weren't even there. They weren't even fucking there when this shit happened. And you're triggered by whatever it is that you're triggered by, and you are reacting to them. So I had to learn this the hard way. So imagine you're getting into an argument with someone and you're saying this. You're projecting onto them. You're not even realizing that you are talking to a person that you haven't seen for 10 years, that hurt you 10 years ago. And you're projecting on this new person who's triggering you. And you're triggering them. So you guys are just within your own mental situations arguing. You're not even arguing at them. You are talking to the person that hurt you. They are talking to the person that hurt them. But you guys are talking to each other. And so what I'm seeing is, because I had to go through this, is that we were going through a situation where they were speaking from a past hurt and I was speaking from a past hurt and fear. We both were in fear. We both were hurt. And that's how we trauma bonded, even though we were arguing. And I had to stop and say, I apologize for yelling at you. I apologize that my Aries moon just went off on you. And let me understand you. Let me have some compassion towards how you felt, even if I feel like I am right and you are wrong. Let me hear you out, because this clearly is something that you aren't personally doing. We have to separate behavior from the person. A lot of people will blame people. Oh, you ain't this, you ain't that. And meanwhile, they're just hurt. They're just doing whatever they can do to feel something, because they ain't feeling shit and they're hurt. So they may hurt you to feel whatever. Yep. You projected Virgo's channel, so that's exactly what happened. Oh, God. And you want to know what's funny, Virgo's channel? The person that I had this interaction with was a Virgo. So that's why I understand the Virgo thing, because I had to say the same shit to him. But that's all I can divulge for now. I can't be going into names, dates, and all that shit. But, that's what it is. I projected every little thing happened with my ex on him. I did the same thing. I projected this fear that he was going to be my ex. He was going to do the same things. He had this fear that I was going to do what his ex did. So we were just arguing with each other, but not going anywhere. There was no understanding, because we were both triggered in our episodes. He was having, I was having the PTSD. He had the anxiety that I was going to do something that one of his exes did, and he was scared of that. So that happened, and I had to stop in the midst of that and say, do you know how many couples, how many people, how many friends, how many mothers and daughters, how many relationships go through this shit, and they never realized that they were just triggered? They were triggering each other. They never realized that the argument they had was not even about the person itself. It was about some shit that had happened with another person altogether. And do you know how many people never get to the point where they can understand that and heal? So that's what I see happening with arguments, is that you're going to be arguing with somebody. You may be arguing during this retrograde with somebody, and just refrain from saying hurtful shit, because you're going to look back later and realize that that was uncalled for, that you misunderstood the energy and you just went off because you were triggered. And if you say these hurtful things, you know what I mean? Like, some people don't get to the point where they can understand what is actually happening. They just keep triggering each other until they have a big falling out in a fight, and they lose a friend, they lose a lover, they lose a parent due to not understanding what that was. I also see another form of trauma bonding. Codependency. Ain't that a bitch? Codependency is one of those little sneakers, those little creep reppers. Because codependency makes you feel like you're doing something good. I'm being there for this person. They really need me. I'm there for them. I'm there for them when nobody has their back. And there's two levels. There's two positions for the codependency. I'm going to drink my little drink real quick and I'll let y'all know in a moment. Also, for those of you who are unfamiliar with me, you're like, who is Kayla? For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, I'm Kayla. I'm from the Bay Area, from Berkeley, Oakland, California. I live in Humboldt. Y'all might have seen it on Netflix, Humboldt Hill. That's a very extreme depiction. Murder Mountain, all that shit. I smoke weed. I might smoke a little bit on this live here. Y'all damn near making me want a cigarette. Like, I'm stressed. Whoever's overthinking and stressed out, somebody's putting a lot on their plate when it does not need to be. They're taking, Mercury's saying that the rug is dirty in their room, but they're saying, like, so you think that everything in my room is dirty, so I need to clean everything again because I contaminated it. Like, that, somebody's putting more pressure on them than the universe is putting on them. And that's not what the universe wants. I'm also going to link my podcast in the comments as well, because I have a podcast on Spotify, and I did just speak about the Mercury retrograde, but I wanted to go over all platforms because I understood that there was somebody somewhere that was not on one platform that I had posted on and was on the other. So I tried to cover my bases with that. But there's another form of trauma bonding that I'm seeing. I am seeing that there's people who, like I said, with the codependency, this person needs me. I'm there for them. They need me. This is their time of need. They don't understand. They think they're doing good. And that's where the danger is, that you think you're doing good. Meanwhile, you're ignoring your feelings and your needs to be there for someone else, to make them feel good, to validate that you're a good person because you were there for them and you put their needs over yours. That's not being a good person. Because you know why it's not being a good person? If you really care about all people, you would care about yourself. You are a person. Other people are people, but you are still a person. And so when you put your needs before others and you say it's in the name of all that's good, you're lying to yourself, because you are a person that needs your needs met. And if you neglect your needs for another person, that's almost like saying, you know, I'm gonna leave this person. I'm not gonna help them, but I'm gonna help this person. If you are so concerned about helping people in general, why would you skip one person and help the next? You're skipping yourself. You're skipping yourself, guys. Don't skip yourself. If y'all offended by me smoking a cigarette, well, guess what? I'm going through my healing process too. Just wait. Don't be offended, y'all. I'm trying. That's what some of y'all saying. I'm trying. Well, try harder. That's advice for me. Okay. So you guys are trauma bonding. It's a codependent thing. This other person, if you're not the person and there's two positions, like I said, you're the hero in the situation, but you're neglecting yourself. You're not rescuing yourself. So are you really a hero? Or are you looking for validation in if somebody else acknowledges that you put yourself before them? And that's never going to happen, because if somebody is there, okay, so that's one position, the hero. The wounded healer is what I'm hearing. Sharon, yeah, the wounded healer. Check where your the Sharon is on your natal chart if you are into that. So you are being there for them. But the other position is, this could be you or the other person, that they are using your maternal instinct. You could be a man who has a maternal instinct. They're using that nurturing that you have, that need to take care of everybody, and they're using it against you. They're for their own selfish reason because they're traumatized and they're still dealing with their trauma and they don't understand. Some won't understand that they're doing it. Some do understand that they're doing it. Some know that they're doing it. And that's the danger. They know they're doing it. You know that you're putting somebody before yourself. You guys both know, but an action needs to be taken. And I'm also seeing that this other person is using your trauma against you. So if you're like me saying I had an anxiety attack or I had a PTSD episode, they're going to hit you up and say, I just had a PTSD episode. And they're going to guilt you into being there for them because they know that you can relate to that trauma. That is a major part of what I am saying here. Yes, been there, done that. Thank you. Say that for the people, Virgo's channel. Say that for the people on this live because some people are still there. So that's the major warning I'm seeing is do not neglect your needs. Listen to your angels, your guides, and your intuition. Because if you don't, you're going to hit a hard end. You either have the choice with the universe. They either give you the choice to make a choice. They're like, you can make a choice. You see this. We know you see this. You can make a choice. Or you don't make a choice and you ignore them. And they're like, okay, well, something, destiny is going to have to happen. So we're going to have to make a choice for you. A judgment is going to be called. So either you are making a judgment call or the universe is making a judgment call for you. The universe is going to do what it's going to do. But if you can help it, make the choice yourself. Because when the universe does it, it's hard. It is a hard end. It is not easy. It's going to be easy walking away. Even though it's going to hurt. Like I said, with the peroxide on the wound, it's going to burn. But it's going to burn is going to go away. You're going to feel better. If you continue to let that wound just fester, it's going to just reach a dead end. You're going to have to go to the doctor, see somebody, all that shit. You think you was going through some trauma then that triggered you. You're going to be going through more if you continue. Because it's almost like, and this is what I want to speak on as well. Some of you have been wishing to let go of this situation. You've been wishing for it. You've been like, I really want to let go of this. And so with that being said, that's called a recall, a soul retrieval. Whatever situation causes trauma, you are trying to undo it by calling back that energy from that person, from that situation. But guess what? When you do a soul retrieval, the energy from that situation will come back so that you can make a different decision than what you did when the trauma initially started. So let's say you had a trauma where you didn't listen to yourself, you ignored yourself, you ignored the intuition, you hit a dead end and that caused the trauma. All the shit you went through caused the trauma. This is either you're going to go through it again or you're going to make a choice. But the soul retrieval is making a different choice than you did when the soul fragmented. So some people have soul fragments. Your soul broke off because you didn't listen to yourself. You didn't honor yourself. You basically told yourself, no, you're not right. You're lying. I'm going to help this person. No, I'm helping this person. I don't care what you say. And that caused you to lie to yourself to believe this person because this person was lying to you, which is why you had a traumatic end with them. They lied to you. And now you have the same exact situation coming up. And now it's time for you to make a different choice. And that's where we're at right now with the Mercury retrograde, is making a different choice, acknowledging the pain, going through the dirt, looking at that dirty rug like, shit, this shit is filthy. Am I going to continue to keep it in the corner? Or am I going to throw it away or clean it? Or what am I going to do? That's what I'm feeling, y'all. Any questions? I felt with the King of Swords, you want a King of Pentacles. You want somebody who's grounded, who's doing their business, who's taking care of their shit. You're imagining that. Let's see what else you get. Let's get some more cards here. And then in the meantime, if you have questions, leave them in the comment section, okay? Leave them on the chat. If you don't want to put your question on the chat, just DM me. I linked my Facebook. You can DM me through there. Yeah. This is beautiful, you guys. This is beautiful. You have the Star card. You're rising above something. To the Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. Of the King of Pentacles. You guys, there's someone else coming. Let's get some more clarification. I'm feeling the fire signs are going to be going through it. Fire signs are going to have to really, wow. Didn't I just tell y'all somebody was coming? We already got the King of Pentacles, and then I just pulled the Queen of Pentacles. A pair, a match. So what I'm seeing is what you really want, what you really truly want is going to come to you. But you have to let go of something first, and you have to balance something out within yourself. You have to walk away from something. You have to decide what you're going to invest in. And if you don't decide, well, the universe is going to decide for you. But when you decide, you get that perfect match. You get that Queen and King of Pentacles, that match made in heaven type situation. The last card is death. To confirm what I'm saying, something has to end before this new thing can begin. Because if it doesn't, well, one, you're not going to be able to receive that because you're going to be caught up in that other bullshit. And two, even if you did receive it, if you don't walk away completely from the situation, you're going to put that into this new match that's actually like what you need. So the universe tested you. They put the situation here, see how you were going to react. And if you do what you need to do, you get what you want. And you get to walk away from the trauma, the pain. You put the peroxide on it, you got the treatment for it. It's cleaned. But if you don't walk away, chances are you may not get that wish fulfillment. Like what you want so badly, you have to do what you don't want to do to get it. And that means walking away from something. And a lot of people don't want to do that. So Virgo's channel says, I would like a reading. Here's what I'm going to do. I do my readings over Facebook, Instagram, and I also do them like a phone call. So Virgo's channel, I'm going to hit you up after this live. This live is going to be done in just a moment as well. Any other questions that you would openly like to have answered for the viewers that are watching? Virgo's channel, I'm going to hit you up after this. I'm going to message you, and I'll give you my contact information. We can do a phone call if you want. And let me know, Virgo's channel, if you want to do a phone call, FaceTime, or anything, or if you want to do it over the chat, let me know, because I like to do mine over the phone or FaceTime, but in the event that you just, would like to just do it over chat, just let me know. Any last questions while I'm here before I do the reading for Virgo's channel? Any last questions? I'm here, y'all. Y'all got me. Look, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for y'all to ask these questions. And a lot of the things that you may be asking, you're like, you just want confirmation. You just want me to confirm that this is in fact. Because a lot of y'all were saying, this is exactly what I've been through. These are the thoughts I had in my mind. It's coming out because you need to acknowledge them. These are thoughts you've had in your mind, but you may not have acted upon. So any last questions? I'm going to wait for about another 5 minutes. And then any last questions? I'm going to take a little break. If you have some questions, I'll jump back in it. We're going to wait for the next 5 minutes. See if anybody has anything. If you have a question that you prefer to ask in private, just DM me. You have my Facebook. Oh, and I'm going to link the podcast because I know some of y'all would benefit from that. So let me go ahead and do that as well. Let me link my podcast. 1 second here. Somebody called me on FaceTime. And I'm like, look, y'all, I'm doing a reading. Okay. So I'm going to be here for the last few minutes. I'm linking the link to my podcast on Spotify. You guys, there's a couple different links. There's a link to my Facebook page, and there's a link to my Spotify if you're interested. If you want, I can link my Instagram. Let me know if you want me to link my Instagram. I'm kind of feeling like I should, so I'll go ahead and do that right now. If my computer lets me. One moment here, guys. Okay. I'm about to link my Instagram here. So Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, y'all hit me up. Y'all have the info. I'm going to stay for 2 more minutes, get one last question in here, and then I'm going to do the reading for Virgo's channel. Okay? Any last questions? Any last questions? Y'all ask the questions now. Because I'm here. I'm getting off in about 1 more minute. I'm going to hit up Virgo's channel. And Virgo's channel, if you're still watching, like, I might have some trouble finding you. I'm going to try, but if you want to go ahead and message me, please do so. I'm going to be, you know, ready for your reading when this is done. We have 1 more minute here. So let me know. I'm going to end the live soon, guys. So any last questions, feel free to ask away. I know y'all got questions. I know y'all do. Yeah, if you have my link to Instagram, Virgo's channel. If you want to leave your Instagram, if you're having, I mean, you have my link, so we can talk on Instagram. Okay? But yeah, Instagram. We can do the Instagram channels on the live. So I linked my Instagram, I linked my Spotify, and I linked my Facebook. Virgo channel. So yeah, just hit me up. I'm gonna end this live in just a moment here. I just want to make sure everybody has what they need before I go. And then yeah, my Instagram, I linked it on the, yeah, I'll post it right here as well. This is my Instagram. You can just look that up. Trippy Hippie. That's how you spell it. Okay. That's there. And even when this live ends, the video will still be available. So you can go back and look for the information if you need to. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining my live. This is my first YouTube live. I appreciate all the love and support here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Christina. You can hit me up as well if you have any questions. I'm available for everybody. Just let me know. All right. Love you guys. Stay grounded during this retrograde. Do not let the dirty rug stay in the corner, y'all. Get that shit out of there. Clean it, throw it away. Do what you got to do. Because there's new rug. There's new energy that you're trying to promote. And you got to just get rid of the other shit. All right. Love you guys so much. Enjoy your evenings. Enjoy your days. Bye.